Welcome to ForexTV.com. Today is Monday, November 3rd. I'm Kathleen Reddington with your New York Forex Market Buzz. The dollar fell to the sterling earlier as risk appetite returned, but has since gained on the majors. And now for a look at the latest headlines from the CEP News Desk. The U.S. manufacturing sector fell below market expectations to a cyclical low in October. The survey's 38.9 reading was below the forecast level of 41, marking the lowest reading since 1982. Figures above 50 are an indication of growth in the sector, while below 50 indicates a slowdown. Construction spending in September declined less than forecast. Construction outlays fell 0.3% in September, following a revised 0.1% dip in August. The September decrease was less than the 0.8% drop forecast. The UK Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index rebounded unexpectedly in October to 41.5, up 0.3 from September's figure. Following revisions to both the German and the French manufacturing PMI, the Eurozone manufacturing PMI fell to a series low 41.1 in October, down from both the flash estimate of 41.3 and September's 45 reading. Today we are joined by Todd Gordon from Forex.com. Hi Todd, how are you today?
Great, Kathy. How you doing?
I'm okay. We've seen a bit of tameness in the Forex market as investors hold their breath for the U.S. elections. How are these elections going to change, by the outcome, how are they going to change the Forex markets?
Well, I think in the last 4 to 5 hours, of course we're talking about 1 o'clock on the East Coast here on Monday, I think we've seen a bit of dollar buying specifically against euro heading to the elections, which is interesting because I think a lot of the markets are expecting a rally in risk in response to an Obama victory. I believe a more favorable outlook of U.S. foreign policy might kind of hold more water than maybe an increased tax structure or a larger tax structure in the United States. So it's a little bit contrary to what we're expecting heading in. Should we get an Obama victory tomorrow, which, again, the outcome of the election is not guaranteed tomorrow. This could go into weeks of in the courts if there is bit of confusion, but we'd expect to see dollars selling in anticipation of the Obama victory. But right now, as of 1 o'clock, we're seeing dollar buying, which is quite the contrary is what we might expect. That's pretty interesting. Maybe the markets are trying to tell us something. Perhaps. Markets are always the best guide. Euro's sitting right on top of about 126 support, $126 per euro. Should we break below that, I think the test of 123 is imminent. All right, and let's switch gears a little bit. We saw the pound make gains on the dollar earlier as they've had a positive run in equities and a better than forecast PMI, but then it started to drop off to the dollar. What is your sterling strategy going forward? Sterling strategy is the euro is actually being led down by sterling this morning, I believe. Sterling was extremely weak this morning. Currently, I'd have to defer to price structure, and price structure from the late October lows, about 152, 153 sterling, back up to 167. The pullback from that rally has been in 3 waves, signature of a correction. So until we have some more color from the Bank of England following their 50 basis point cut, I still believe this could be corrective, provided 157.50 holds in sterling. So while we're above that 157.50, I'm going to continue to look for dollar selling, sterling rally, just like Eurodollar in response to that Obama victory. All right, and with the LIBOR rate sliding again this morning and these continued drops, where is that going to take us going forward? Well, as you said, the spreads, the rates are coming off. Equities are rallying. I would say with hesitation in response to better credit situation. I think the S&P's got some key levels to look at. Currently testing just under the 1,000 level in the S&P in response to an easing credit situation. Again, with that, if we get that Democratic victory, 1045 in the S&P should be a big level. We need to really get above 1045 combined with credit situation easing to signal all is clear. But while we're below 1045 in the S&P, I think you got to continue to look to sell risk, buy dollars. And now, before we wrap it up, I want to touch on, you were talking about euro a little bit earlier. We've seen it lose to the dollar, we've seen it weaker. What level do you think the ECB will cut interest rates to when they do meet? I think the markets are pretty widely expecting a 50 basis point cut, and to expect anything more, I think would be a bit getting a bit ahead of yourself. I think they're doing the 50 basis points cut reluctantly, so I don't think the market is expecting much on either side of 50 basis points. So,
all right, Todd, thanks for joining us today.
Okay, thanks, Kathy, very much.
This has been your New York Forex Market Buzz with Todd Gordon of Forex.com. I'm Kathleen Reddington. Join us later this afternoon, 4 p.m. exchange, right here on ForexTV.com.